under the bright lights of the National Stadium in Kingston, Jamaica. It's another massive night in the Concacaf Caribbean Cup. In Group A, it is Real Hope taking on Arnett Gardens. Sean St. Jacques, our entire crew, happy to have you with us. It is a wonderful venue, it's a wonderful competition, and we have a wonderful fixture for you here tonight. 84 degrees in beautiful Kingston, Jamaica tonight. There was a lot of precipitation a bit earlier on in the evening. For now, that has subsided, and we hope that Mother Nature gives us a window here to get this game in. It's a very important game for both teams. For Arnett Gardens, it's a must-win. Have to get 3 points on the board, or in all likelihood, their Caribbean Cup run ends tonight for the Jamaicans. For the Haitian side, Real Hope, they've already taken out one Jamaican side here at the National Stadium in Cavalier earlier in this group phase. They hope to make it another one tonight, and if they do, they will not only control their own destiny for qualification into the semifinals, they'll control their own destiny to potentially top the group as well. It's the second all-time meeting between these two clubs, but I must say, it's the one with the most consequence to date, considering what's on the line here in Kingston tonight. It's not quite a must-win for Real Hope, but they want to keep the good momentum rolling. They're still the only undefeated team left in Group A after they took down Cavalier here at the National Stadium by 2-1 about 8 days ago. They're going to be really, really confident coming off of that. Multiple players that we'll get to in a moment are in very good form, and we're excited to see what Arnett Gardens have up their sleeves. Xavier Gilbert talked to the media before jumping into the stadium tonight, and he knew exactly what the significance of the game was. He said, we dug ourselves a hole. It's time to dig ourselves out of it. We'll see if the Jamaicans can do that here in Kingston tonight. We'll step aside for now. We'll meet the teams in just a moment. Then we'll get to the lineups and the kickoff in this all-important Group A fixture in the Concacaf Caribbean Cup. It's Real Hope of Haiti and Arnett Gardens of Jamaica, and it's coming up in just a moment.
Please welcome Real Hope FA and Arnett Gardens for tonight's game of the Concacaf Caribbean Cup.
Two sets of teams exchange pleasantries here under the bright lights of the National Stadium in Kingston, Jamaica. So much on the line tonight, it must be said, in this Concacaf Caribbean Cup Group A fixture, especially for Arnett Gardens, who have to win it tonight. They are to stay afloat in this 2024 Concacaf Caribbean Cup. Real Hope have it all in their hands at the moment. Harry Louis' side looks like this. A win for the Haitians would put them top of the group and in control of potentially winning the group as well. Rafa Interval and Waltz Lazar are some of the players to watch up front, but Rakanel Sherry, Johnson Judy, and Daniel St. Fleur have been some of the heroes so far in this group stage, and Steve Mondestin should be very much added to that list as well. Alison Doucet, Yvetto Dort, and Michelle Huggins will be players to watch in the defense, and Guli Elian gets the start for Real Hope tonight. They will be in all white. Two captains meet in the center. Jamon Shepherd is the captain for Arnett Gardens, as we also look at our officiating crew in Kingston tonight. It is a Suriname and Trinidad and Tobago officiating crew, led, of course, by Shaquille Jokil. Now, Xavier Gilbert said before the game, before the players filed in to the National Stadium, that we've dug ourselves a hole. We have to dig ourselves out of it tonight. 3 points is essential for this Arnett Gardens 11, led of course by Asher Hutchinson in goal and Jamon Shepherd captaining the side in the midfield as well. But Shai Smith and Kamani Arboin are going to be players to watch up top. Warner Brown and Jaheim Thomas will also need to be very important in the attacking third. Alton Lewis, Philando Wing, and Shane Watson, the players to watch in defense. If Arnett Gardens are going to stay alive tonight, a lot of players are going to have to step up. Of course, Arnett Gardens are going to have to get a little bit of help elsewhere in this group stage if they are going to get to where they want to go. But it starts tonight, and they will kick us off going from left to right in their black and reds. Real Hope of Haiti will be in all white, hoping for a second massive and historic win here at the National Stadium in Kingston against Jamaican opposition. And within 20 seconds here, Real Hope are off to the races, and they have a free kick just outside the Arnett Gardens penalty area. Watts Lazar, we talked about him just a moment ago, his importance tonight, and he gets to work in very quick time for the Haitians here. For Real Hope, it was a 1-1 draw against Police FC on match day 1. And that memorable victory, September 17th, just 8 days ago here in Kingston. They came back from a goal down to knock off the mighty Cavalier FC, also of Jamaica. Early set piece here, Lazar right into the wall. Arnett Gardens defended well, but Real Hope reset in possession here. Now for Arnett Gardens, it's been a little bit of hard luck at times in this group stage. They came back to equalize against Mount Pleasant back in August on match day 1, but a very, very late goal in the 81st minute. Kamani Bailey sunk them in a 2-1 defeat, and well, it was in a lot of ways the same story against Police FC just 6 days ago. Fell behind early in the second half. 2 minutes later, they equalized in the 49th minute. Warner Brown making it 1-1. 84th minute this time. Ezekiel Kazar with a winner for Police FC. That's what's put them in this tough spot. And Real Hope play their way through. And my goodness, they missed a wonderful opportunity here to take the lead. Arnett Gardens were completely cut open there. And they're a very fortunate group at the moment, although I must say there was a little bit of a hint of offside there. Flag stayed down, but my goodness, this has to be on target. Steve Mondestin, who's had a great group stage so far, but he's missed a sitter. And Arnett Gardens are let off the hook, frankly, inside of 3 minutes. Oh, Real Hope look like the side that hasn't gotten any points yet in this group. Harry Louis kept them hungry, and he's kept them hopeful, dare I say, of a potential advance to the semi-final round. A win tonight would put them in golden position to do just that, and again, control their own destiny as far as winning Group A as well, which I don't think many people had when the groups were drawn. Of course, we already know the fate pretty much of Group B. Mocha and Cibao both clinching a semi-final place last night. Cibao had to go through a bit of a roller coaster ride in Trinidad and Tobago last night, but they were 3-2 winners, and in the process, not only did they knock out Port of Spain, but they knocked out Grenades and Wanamens all in one foul swoop. Of course, the draw between Wanamens and Grenades that provided so much drama last night was what allowed Mocha to clinch their place in the semis. The last thing to figure out in Group B is who's going to finish in first. Mocha and Cibao both have 1 game remaining in that group, but that's for next week. So much can be decided in Group A as well tonight. And a win for Real Hope, and a lot of things could pretty much be decided. Cavaliers sitting on 6 points with 1 game left to play as the goalkeeper comes in there, Elian. Can he get himself out of trouble here for Real Hope? Just about. Able to pick that up. A bit dangerous there, but Elian's had a solid tournament, does well in the end. There's Xavier Gilbert. Didn't mince words in his pre-match thoughts. Knows exactly what has to happen tonight. Said it's going to be difficult. It's going to be a very tough test for his group. Can they work their way through it? He's really one of the main storylines tonight. Can they stand up to Real Hope, who have proved themselves to be one of, if not the favorites, coming out of this group? Decent run up ahead. Gets cut out on the back end of things, and Real Hope will reset with a throw. Get a Real Hope win puts them on 7 points, 1 point ahead of Cavalier, and 3 points ahead of Police. At that point, Arnett Gardens, of course, would be eliminated, and it would make life very difficult on Mount Pleasant, but they wouldn't be out yet. Mount Pleasant and Police would still have some opportunities to make up the points, and of course, the next game after tonight will be Police against Mount Pleasant tomorrow night at the Hazley Crawford Stadium. And Arnett Gardens win, and they'll be very glued to that game tomorrow. They'll hope that points can be dropped, potentially open up a late surge for them to get to 6 points, and who knows, just maybe slide into second place. That's all that they can hope for tonight. If you're Arnett Gardens, win, stay alive, hope things bounce your way tomorrow, and then use your last game as your last chance to get through. Again, any result but a win pretty much eliminates Arnett Gardens. A defeat definitely does, but a draw would essentially do the same thing. That's because the maximum points for the Jamaicans would be 4, and Real Hope would be at 5, Cavalier already on 6. So it has to be 3. Arnett Gardens are not going to make it. Well, they did get a free kick here. The Jamaicans, can they make something of it? Some defending to do for Real Hope. And it's a long-distance strike. It was fumbled in the end by Elian. He's lucky nobody in a red and black shirt could get there. Couple of nervy moments for Goulielian, who had such a good match day 2 here against Cavalier. A big reason why Real Hope were winners that night. Had to make some huge saves down the stretch, and really was the mastermind of that defensive stand that allowed Real Hope in the second half to hold on to their lead and make it stick. But he's been a little bit off his game already tonight in these opening 8 minutes. The good news for him is that his defense has been able to mitigate any of those miscues. Ball sent down the near side. Rafa Interville, he's not going to be able to catch up to it. It has been the defensive side for Arnett Gardens that has let them down, especially late in games so far in this group stage. Again, the pattern of their first 2 games is so similar. It's pretty eerie in a way how similar those games played out. They're gonna have to learn from it tonight against a Real Hope side that have already shown that they can come back from a losing position to win. Not just doing it in this competition, but doing it in the competition on this ground, no less. Against a side in Cavalier that they are now favored to go through with to the semifinals. But again, Police and Mount Pleasant, they'll still have a say regardless of the outcome here. Elian. Ooh, that pass comes up short. And there was a little slip as well. Remember, there was a lot of rain earlier, so it will be a slick surface at times at the National Stadium tonight. The field has drained really well, it must be said, but there could still be moments like that. There was a lot of precipitation in the build-up tonight. It nearly cost Real Hope there. Poor back pass, or I should say poor lateral pass from Elian, and it nearly caught his defense out. He's continued to be a bit shaky at the start here for Real Hope. Not exactly the brightest start for them there. And then a poor touch from Kamani Arboin on this near side. He's gonna need to be an impact player tonight at the Arnett Gardens forward 3. Player down here for Real Hope. It's Peterson Pierre, who had arguably the biggest intervention of the night against Cavalier last time out in the Caribbean Cup. They had multiple defensive moments that were heroic, really, for the Haitians. Their way to 3 points last time out. The last person, really, that Real Hope would want to lose in a game like this. Do have the likes of Jimmy Guillaume, who also played well last time out, and Mario Blaze, Mason Colo. Just a few of the defensive reserves that Harry Louis has at his disposal tonight, but Peterson Pierre is one of their best. Might have stemmed from that slip earlier. Credit to Pierre for sticking through it and clearing it, because he got the short end of a bad pass. Pierre looks to be okay and wants to get back onto the pitch. Sherry plays it square. Here is Pierre. Judy. Judy again, the captain for Real Hope. Does well to turn into space here. Pierre, clever ball. A chance here, Lazar. Lazar out to the far side. Patient build up here from Real Hope. St. Fleur to Lazar. Too many players around him. He loses out. And Arnett Gardens Gardens have some numbers up the other end if they can hurry here. But in the end, it's well recovered by Pierre. Boyne and company have to settle for a throw-in for the Jamaicans. They'll get a quick one off the ricochet. Dyer would actually nearly slithered all the way through, but Real Hope corral the possession. That's a giveaway. Can Arnett Gardens have some numbers forward here? Chance to cut in field. It's a good layoff. Great ball slithered in behind as well. The cross is a moot point. The offside flag is up. Tried to play it back into the middle to Philando Wing, who was in a good position to shoot, but Warner Brown was caught off by the flag. Ooh, good look there from our camera crew. Pretty clear. That Brown just strayed about a couple of steps there offside, maybe 2 or 3. But Real Hope struggled to play out of the back here. And Arnett Gardens quickly win the possession back. And they'll win a free kick as well after the challenge comes in from Interville. And the referee immediately tells Real Hope to not impede the progress of the free kick. Not a ton of contact there, but enough for a free kick. Another good slithering run, that time by Lewis. And the ball back to the near side is gonna be cut out. Sherry goes all the way back to Pierre for a recycle. This is Dort. Dort plays through the lines here. Judy, near side Interville. Interville gets past the first challenge. Has about 2 or 3 to aim at in the penalty area. And Interville is gonna dribble it right out of play. Even Harry Louis, you could see briefly his arms go up in the air as if to say, oh, maybe it could have been a better decision than that. Had 2 in the penalty area, 2 on the fringe of the penalty area to aim at. And despite the great start to that sequence from Interville, he did really well. It was an underwhelming conclusion. Oh, lovely touch there. And it's a beautiful give and go here for Real Hope. Cross into the middle is dangerous, and Judy has it headed off of his head. Real chance there, and Arnett Gardens get the intervention required to stifle the attack. It's floated up the other end. Brown gets on the end of it. And Brown wins a throw-in as it skips into the puddles. That was really nice and aggressive from Arnett Gardens up the other end, but it was a silky smooth bit of build-up here from Real Hope. I think it was Mondestin into the middle, and Judy was not able to get his head onto it cleanly. At the end of all of that, Arnett Gardens appears to have won a corner. This might be the best chance so far tonight for the Jamaicans here. Scoring the first goal for them is pretty much essential here. It's a game they have to win. Taking the lead could give them an almighty bit of a jolt here. Set pieces have been so important already in this group stage. But that corner comes up short. It's going to be headed back out. Not cleared yet. Wonderful bit of service back in. It's bounced around. Brown tries to keep it alive. Real Hope eventually clear it. Up the other end, some pressure. And the goalkeeper, Hutchinson, keeps his cool and clears it upfield beautifully. This is Shai Smith. And it's recycled by Shepard, the captain. Sequences like that for Arnett Gardens are going to do them the world of good as long as they can keep winning the ball. Have an opportunity to go up the other end. A little bit of a sigh from the home support here as that pass was picked off. Dyer out to the far side. It was bent up ahead, dangerously placed, but it bounced kindly for Pierre. But then it's given right back to Arnett Gardens here, and they have plenty of numbers up ahead. Great ball through into the penalty area. The ball is played across, and it's tapped in. Oh, but the flag is up. Flag is up. It will not count. Arnett Gardens can't believe it. Multiple players were convinced that the flag should have stayed down. It did not. And a huge early moment is extinguished in the end for Arnett Gardens. Real Hope very much let off the hook there. Well, that one might be worth another look to see if it was offside or not. Live, there was a hint of it, but it was very, very close from our vantage point. But again, that's not the definitive one. Real Hope up the other end. It's flashed across the face of goal, but it goes wide in the end off the boot of Huggins. Here's the look. Clearly onside there. It's this ball in behind. Oh, it's very, very tight. Tough to tell. One of those where really you could make the case either way. That shot's gonna go wide. It's a goal kick. The reason you can make the case either way is because the player that slides in for Real Hope at the very end of the sequence might be the player who's actually keeping Arnett Gardens onside there. But it's so tight, and you can see the last-ditch step from the player as well. It's so tough to tell there, but in the end, offside was given. Then another moment to look at here. Asher Hutchinson smashed the ball against the advertising board. At the end of the last sequence, he wasn't called into action on the save, but in kicking the ball against the boards here, may have actually injured himself. Well, we get one more look at the offside. It's not this pass, that's clearly onside. It's the next one right there. And what's so tough is that Pierre's leg, the leg that he uses to slide, could very well be keeping him on in the end. It's Shai Smith who finishes it. But also, Shai Smith does take a big step as the ball's being kicked as well. So it's so tight on that offside. You can really make the case either way. And again, for those maybe new to the competition, there's no VAR, so we really can't go back and be 100% sure on that. For Arnett Gardens, it's a huge missed opportunity potentially. And for Real Hope, it's an almighty reprieve. It's the best sequence Arnett Gardens have had so far tonight. And whether it was onside or offside, they're unfortunate that it didn't end in a goal. They're either beaten by the margins or they're beaten by the assistance flag. But I must say, it's not deterred the Jamaicans here. They've had a positive start, and it could continue here. That's a lovely layoff by Brown. Played out to the far side for Smith. Smith back across. Oh, a challenge comes in. Referee says it was on the ball. Arnett Gardens convinced it was a foul. Play continues here, and it's a poor pass down the far side. Interval can't get it. Well, Arnett Gardens are convinced the referees missed the challenge here. Thomas was brought down on the edge of the penalty area. Here's the offside on interval, actually late flag there. This is the challenge on top. Well, that's a foul. My goodness. Clearly a foul, and I'm not sure how the referee missed that. He's right there. Arnett Gardens have a real case on that one. St. Fleur with a dangerous challenge, studs up as well, and completely misses the ball. Could have easily been a free kick, but the referee doesn't see it the same way. Again, just to be fair to the referee, we get the second look at that. He does not. So have to be fair to the referees, but live, I must say, he had a very good look at that. About as good of a look as a referee would want. Well, a few flashpoints already in this huge group stage tie. And I must say, Arnett Gardens have really shown well after a slow start here. And Real Hope have had a little bit of trouble, I should say, getting going after the opening 5-10 minutes. In some ways, Arnett Gardens are beating Real Hope at their own game at the moment, winning the ball, winning the battle in the midfield in particular, and then using their pace to attack on the wings. Something that Real Hope did to beat Cavalier here, and Arnett Gardens, again, could have scored one, flag denied them, and they've had a couple other half chances on top of that. Reverse ball played up ahead. Brown sees it cut out in front of him. Interville has time and space on the near side for Real Hope, but he's quickly dispossessed. It falls kindly for Judy, and then he loses out. Arnett Gardens are swarming everywhere. It's a poor pass up the other end. Good step by Dort. And Real Hope can reset. Johnson Judy plays it square. It's a long-range shot, hopeful shot, really, from Sherry. It's a goal kick. "25 minutes gone, and another player is down for the Haitians here. I think that is Johnson Judy, who is struggling here. Another player that Harry Louis, you could just tell by his reaction, does not want to see any signs of that. Johnson Judy is a cornerstone piece of this team. And you feel for Harry Louis, even though Johnson Judy looks to be okay. Range of emotions coaches go through when that moment happens, when a player stays down and you're just not quite sure. For now, it looks like he's okay. Arnett Gardens control off the restart. Ball is pinged up ahead. Not the best headed clearance there. It actually fell kindly in the middle, but Walter Brown was dispossessed. Thomas. It's comfortably retained by Shane Watson. Judy's back on, and it's 11 v 11 once more. Near side. Was played square for Lewis. When Lewis cannot fit it through, Judy slipped, kept it going. And up the other end, Real Hope have numbers here. They play their way through. Great early ball across, and a huge tackle from Shane Watson. Steve Mondestin was played in beautifully by Lazard, but didn't have enough time to shoot, and Real Hope settled for a corner after the heroics from Watson. Again, Real Hope, similarly to their opening move of the game. They just played their way right through Arnett Gardens that time. It ended up being a 3-on-1 for a brief moment there. But the Haitians cannot capitalize. Can they do so from the corner? Lazard tried to head it back into the middle and committed a foul. It's a free kick. Lazard got great contact on it. I'm a bit surprised he didn't try to put that on target. In the end, it was a moot point. Lazard, clever touches there. St. Fleur, Lazard. Oh, and a chance to lay it off by Sherry. It's cleared away before he could do so. It's a bit of a favorable touch. Oh, it's an audacious back heel pass to Walter Brown. Brown cuts in field. And was he nudged off of it fairly? Yes, he was. No foul. Real Hope do clear it, but they quickly almost give it back. Can Real Hope go up the other end? It's Sherry down the far side, too close to the goalkeeper, who will watch it bounce out of play for a goal kick. Now, before Brown got onto this, there was a wonderful bit of skill on the back heel, and that looks like it was a pretty clean challenge. Brown not fouled, but loses out. Oh, and for a second time, Johnson Judy, he's in the need of assistance here. We do tend to talk about it quite often, these kind of conversations that Harry Louis has to have with his staff, and coaches in general have to have with their coaching staff, about potential moves when one of your top players can't continue. The strategy has to change. A lot of things need to be discussed in a very short period of time before an alteration is either to be made or planned to be made later. These are the tough choices at major tournaments that have to be discussed. And Johnson Judy continues to try to fight on here, but with 30 minutes gone in the half, it's very likely that Harry Louis just talked to one of his assistants about the possibility of a change here. Johnson Judy gives so much to this club. You will expect him to try to play on here, but we'll see how it plays out. Sometimes in those situations, coaches, if their players can, try to get the player to make it to halftime, and then they can reassess there, have more time to make a decision, really, over whether or not to take the play around or give it a go with a substitution plan in the back pocket. 30 minutes and change gone. Arnett Gardens have had the best chance of the game and the best chances of the game so far. Although Real Hope did miss a sitter in the opening minutes. It was Shai Smith who did score for Arnett Gardens, but it was very tight on the offside flag. The flag in the end went up and thwarted the Jamaicans. That's been the biggest moment so far. Elian plays it out to the far side, and it's clipped for Lazard, who was not able to get a touch onto it. Cleared out by Shane Watson. And Real Hope will have to settle for a second throw-in on the far side. Real Hope retained possession. This is Dort. There is Judy trying to continue to fight on. St. Fleur. Well, he's touched out to the far side. Play continues here. Lazard tried to fit a square peg into a round hole. It's cut out. And Dyer clears it up ahead for Arnett Gardens here. Real Hope will reset. Guli Elian, I should say. Able to get it clear to the outlet. And it's a chance here on the far side. Interville's in the middle. So is Lazard. So is Judy. And he's blocked. Did he follow through on the attempted shot? Yes. Referee blows the whistle. It's a free kick. Another brave challenge from the Jamaican back line here. And for a third time, Johnson Judy lays flat on his back. You can see he was grimacing as he tried to extend the first time, extends the second time, and actually does follow through into Alton Lewis, who makes a huge, huge block and pays the price. More concern for the Real Hope captain. Second time that someone in the Arnett Gardens back line has come to the rescue. It was Watson earlier. This time it was Lewis. And both players need a moment. Well, I feel that Xavier Gilberts has to feel, in a lot of ways, positive about the way his team has played so far, but there's been some openings defensively that they'd like to shore up, you'd think, and Harry Louis' side have taken advantage of some of them, but they haven't found the opening goal yet. They haven't really punished them for a couple of moments where they've just carved the Jamaicans open, really. But to be fair, Real Hope have been stretched at times as well. In this one, there's the follow-through on the challenge. Both players feeling the after effects, more so though Lewis for that one, obviously. Johnson Judy, because this is the third time he's picked up an injury, or at least maybe re-injured himself, let's say. It's getting worse and worse for him. He's having a tough time putting weight on his right leg right now. He will be further assessed again. 10 minutes plus stoppage time left in the half. No signs of a Real Hope change yet. To be honest, not even a sign of a player warming up. So it does look like they're going to wait it out with Johnson Judy as long as they can. Judy's ready to come back on. Ooh, a cutback there. Touched out for a throw-in. It was Lewis. Judy's back on again. Lewis from the throw wins another throw as he goes back to work as well. That's headed centrally. No one really reacted for Arnett Gardens. Elian comfortably collects for the Haitians. Pierre. Johnson Judy again bundled over. It's a Real Hope free kick. We're continuing to keep an eye on Johnson Judy here for Real Hope, but it does kind of start to feel like the plan is get through the first half and then make a decision at halftime as to what the plan will be moving forward for, well, it's going to be a huge second 45, especially if it stays like this. Lazard is brought down. It's another Real Hope free kick. Remember, for Arnett Gardens, a draw would not be enough. They have to win this to stay alive. A Real Hope draw would actually help out Cavalier, probably the most. Cavalier would then be in control as far as finishing not just in the top two, but potentially winning the group. So they'll be hoping that their fellow Jamaican side can do them a favor here tonight. Chance to cut this infield. Ooh, the reverse ball was on, but it was cut out before it could get to Shepard. And then it's picked back up. Nice ball through to Smith. Smith on the shot, blocked by Pierre. And then further cleared away. That's Smith's best chance, other than the one that was called out for offside. Thomas. Thomas couldn't keep his footing, and it's cleared away. And Shane Watson resets for the Jamaicans here. Shepard. Switch of play by Watson. Some time and space on the near side for Arnett Gardens. And the ball does slither through onto this near side. The cross was deflected. And Elian is able to get there after Alton Lewis tried to find a teammate in the penalty area. Real Hope try to play their way out from the back. They don't do it here. They give it away. Ball's played through for Brown. Flag stays down. Great ball back across. Challenge comes in. Referee says it was all ball. Arnett Gardens convinced they should have been given a penalty. We may have to revisit that challenge. Another moment where Arnett Gardens feel it should have gone their way. Tough to tell live because it was hard to tell how much contact there was on the challenge. Real Hope up the other end completely waste that shot from Doucet, and it's a goal kick. Well, here we go again, another replay review, and my goodness, another missed call. Clearly a penalty. Peterson Pierre, who hasn't put a foot wrong all night, completely misses the challenge and gets nothing on the ball. Well, you can say if this or if that on the offside, it could have gone either way. That's a penalty, and Arnett Gardens have been very hard done by there. Referee was right there and just missed it. And for a second time in this half, and again, I don't think many people saw this coming, really. Arnett Gardens have been the better team so far, but it's a second time that Real Hope have been let off the hook. The Haitians continue to play with fire here. You could see the reaction from Xavier Gilbert and the entire Arnett Gardens technical area when that challenge came in. They were convinced live that it was a penalty. They had a better view of it, of course, than we did. But the replay confirmed by a mile. There was no touch on the ball. Pierre completely missed it. And there's, well, not just contact, he spikes. The Arnett Gardens player right on the bottom of the ankle. That is a huge moment missed. Johnson Judy up the other end for Real Hope. Now Dort, forced to go in field. Pierre got past two challenges here. Sherry, who's been a hero in this group stage already, doesn't have enough time to shoot and loses out. Shepard up the other end, gives it away when Arnett Gardens had numbers up the other end. A missed opportunity for the Jamaicans with 2 minutes and stoppage time remaining in the half. Mondestin out wide. That pass comes up short. Arnett Gardens look to flare it up the other end. Brown is in the area, so is Dort. And Real Hope quickly snuffed that out. Is somebody gonna find the opening goal in this half? That's gonna go back out of play. Throw in for the Haitians on the far side. That's going to be headed all the way back to Hutchinson in the final minute of normal time in the first half. The ball's clipped up ahead. Walter Brown, well, tried to fight his way through, but he commits a foul. And it's a free kick for Real Hope. That's a giveaway. Arnett Gardens flood numbers forward again here. Brown laying it off. Oh, and it's a bit of a wasteful shot in the end. A couple more passes could have been made there. But Arnett Gardens just send it out of play, and we begin 4 added minutes at the end of the first half. A first half that has just been chock full of drama here. Just like the last few days of Caribbean Cup play have been chock full of it. I'll tell you what, it's been a neutral's delight these last few match days. Now then, ball played up ahead towards Brown. Couple potential fouls in there. One on the pass, and then Brown may have dragged back a Real Hope defender there. But the play's allowed to continue. And Real Hope have a chance up the other end, but Interville couldn't time up his run, and he's offside. Not for the first time tonight. And it's a missed opportunity for Real Hope as well. And it's not close. He's off by a couple of steps. Watson for Shepard. Can Arnett Gardens find that huge opening goal for their hopes in this tournament? Cross from Lewis. He's flicked to the far side and kept in play by Doucet. Just over 2 minutes left in this first half. That is a giveaway here. Marlon Martin trying to thread the pass through. It goes all the way through. A chance here for Arnett Gardens. Brown on the turn. And a chance to shoot. It's blocked away by Pierre. That was Kamani Arboin trying to find the target. Mondestin up the other end for Real Hope. It's still Mondestin, and the shot is saved by Hutchison. and forth we go. Arnett Gardens back the other way. They'll hold it up with 1.5 minutes remaining in half number 1. A switch of play. It was good chest control by Smith. Shepard. Lewis plays it square. Clipped ahead by Martin. And headed back for Elian. Final minute of the half. Oh, the referee blows it dead early. Well, there was still 1 more minute to play of the 4 added on, but the referee prematurely ends the half. More question marks, my goodness. Well, Arnett Gardens are gonna have at least a couple of words with the referee before the end of their half, before they walk away into the locker room. Harry Louis' side are lucky not to be 1 or 2-0 down at this first half interval. So much drama and so much to recap in the halftime highlights here. And in a game that Arnett Gardens have to win, it's still there for them, but it's still 0-0 at the half here in Kingston. get the second half started here in Kingston. Looks like Real Hope are going to create a couple of early halftime substitutions here. Angelo Exilis, we expected to see him at some point. He is going to come on. Sherry comes out. Jimmy Guillaume, who was critical last time out against Cavalier in the Caribbean Cup, also enters the fray. Looks like Johnson Judy is going to start the second half based on that. He is out there. And it's the same Arnett Gardens side that began the first half. That will continue on here in the second half. They'll have to put some of those hard done by moments, those missed chances behind them. The Jamaicans have to win, and it's still there for the taking as we're about to get the second half started from the National Stadium here in Kingston. Real Hope are in all white. They'll be going from left to right at the start of the second half. Arnett Gardens are in red with the black stripes. Off we go, second half here in Jamaica. Arnett Gardens have to win this. Real Hope hoping to get a positive result that would see them take complete command of the group. A win for the Haitians again, just to reiterate the significance of the game here, would put them up to first place on 7 points. And as long as they win on the final match day, no one can catch them. And they will not only progress, but they'll win the group. For Arnett Gardens, any chances they have stem from having to win this game first and then see how everything falls into place tomorrow. We'll see if they can check off that all-important box in this second half. They've been the better side at times tonight for a vast majority, I would say, of that first half. Arnett Gardens had the better of the opportunities, but it's still at 0-0. Also see how the Guillaume and Exilis substitutions impact the second half as it moves on. Exilis scored on match day 1 in the group against Police FC in a 1-1 draw here. Exilis had some moments against Cavalier FC last time out, but it was Sherry and Mondestin who were the two players that scored here for Real Hope last week in the 2-1 win. This is Shane Watson. Maybe one too many dribbles. He's dispossessed. St. Fleur out wide. Oh, lovely skill. That's what Exilis can do. And the ball into the middle is dangerous. But Hutchinson is able to corral it at the second time of asking. Well, that's the difference that Angelo Exilis can make as a substitute tonight. That ball's flared out to the far side. Oh, it's chipped in beautifully. Still a chance. And Warner Brown in the end is going to be penalized. It's a free kick for Real Hope. Well, another look. Brown, ooh, he ends up taking out. Was it Hutchins, or Huggins, I should say? I think it was. He gets upended. Trying to just head that away, and rightly so, it is a free kick. Hutchinson will reset. Down the line it goes here on the near side. It's going to go back to Real Hope. Lovely back heel. Boyne looks to cross this into the middle. Smith, it was too far for him to leap up and get. Shy Smith keeps it going for Arnett Gardens. Shepard is bumped over. It's a free kick. It's going to be Alton Lewis to take the free kick. It's a very important opportunity potentially here for the Jamaicans. Important defending here to do for Real Hope. Lewis fizzed it in there. It was dangerous, but it was touched away importantly by Dort. But Lewis wins it right back. Dyer. And then it's a loose touch by Thomas. Lewis keeps it alive. And then it's given right back by Shamari Dyer. It's a poor pass. But it's won back by Brown. Incredible effort here. And Brown ends up missing the target. Great effort, though, to win it back. It looked like at the chance had gone for Arnett Gardens, but they still created something. And Warner Brown, in the end, does well, but cannot test the goalkeeper. Arnett Gardens almost put themselves under pressure there, but it is cleared up field. Lewis with time and space after a comfortable touch. Finds Brown. Brown is swarmed but keeps it alive. First time ball in by Lewis is headed high into the air. Follow up by Martin. It's still up for grabs. Good control by Wing. Shot is blocked. And Real Hope will clear it. Lazard. Oh, it was almost deflected away, but it is cleared in the end. And then Smith, it was a clever ball by Shepard, but it was too firm and Smith couldn't catch up to it in the end. Great through ball to find Mondestin. Mondestin again from Lazard. A chop back from Doucet. Ball into the middle. Was a searching one, but it finds Hutchinson, who catches and clears. Oh, and it's not the best of back passes there, but the shielding job from Real Hope allows nothing untoward to happen. Arnett Gardens picked the possession back up here. Thomas comes back up off his arm. It's a free kick for the Haitians instead. This was the shielding that we saw earlier, and I think Brown tried to make the most of that. There really wasn't much there. And the other part, to put it in full context, is that he really wasn't anywhere near the ball either. Oh, that's a giveaway. Arnett Gardens could have some numbers here if they work quickly. They do work quickly. Our boy with a chance to cut it back. It's Thomas! It's saved by Elian. Well, it was an acrobatic strike, but in the end, Guli Elian was able to make a comfortable stop. Judy up the other end, gives the ball away to Watson, and Hutchinson calmly plays through the Real Hope press. Good hold-up play by Watson. Shepard. For Arboyne, it's a lovely little layoff. Good give and go as well, and the cross is blocked away. And chested out for a throw-in off of Doucet. Well, that's another block big time there from Pierre. He gets another piece on it to clear away the last cross in. Dyer. Cleared away by St. Flour, not cleared definitively. And it's chopped into the penalty area. And it couldn't be kept in play. It's a goal kick. But more promising build-up play from the Jamaicans here. Can they turn it into what could be a priceless goal for their Concacaf Caribbean Cup hopes? It's a game again that they have to win. Any other result, and Arnett Gardens are the first team from Group A to be eliminated. Of course, there's that huge clash tomorrow between Police and Mount Pleasant that'll also dictate things for Arnett Gardens, but they have to win to stay in the conversation. Doucet. Modestin. Oh, a free kick is given. The Real Hope attack fizzles out. Modestin, of course, should have scored early in the match, had a sitter inside the Arnett Gardens penalty area, completely missed the target. Arnett Gardens thought they had scored, but the offside flag negated that. And then Arnett Gardens thought they were hard done by. They thought they should have had a penalty, and the replays for us show that they had a point. But they keep on pushing here. They're not deterred. This is Brown. Brown's back heel is wasteful in the end. Had more options. And the ball out wide is going to go out of play by Judy, who also had more options. You could see the look on Xavier Gilbert's face. It's the same reaction we had. There was other opportunities there, and Harry Louis, I think, is not pleased with the way his team is defended at times tonight. It has not been up to the snuff with what we saw against Cavalier last week. But they're holding strong for now. To credit Real Hope, they've been able to do enough to stay in the game for now. Can't worry about the extracurriculars. That's a giveaway. Brown. Shepard tried to get it back to Brown. It's cleared out. It's a corner, and now Real Hope are convinced they should have been given a free kick earlier in the sequence. Shepard takes it quickly. Thomas blocked. Arboyne lays it off to nobody in particular, but it's a poor clearance off of Dort. And then it's headed down for Elian to corral after another moment of chaos. Real Hope tried to clear it, and they hit it off their own man. And they're a bit fortunate it didn't bounce into an Arnett Gardens player's path. Just another game in the Caribbean Cup where you really can't take your eyes off it. Feels like you're gonna miss something. We said at halftime, it's just been a neutral's delight the last few nights. For the fans of these clubs, it's just been so stressful, surely. So many twists and turns. Could be a twist here. Smith back across. Couldn't find a teammate. And somehow Real Hope getting clear again. Modestin up the other end. Lazard on the turn. He does really well. He wins a free kick. He's been the one player that Arnett Gardens have been struggling with tonight. Watts Lazard, anytime he gets the ball, Real Hope look dangerous. Could he be the spark to get the Haitians over the line tonight? Clearly dragged down by Dyer. Tried to let go late, but the foul had already been committed. It's a free kick for Real Hope as we approach the hour mark here in Kingston. Oh, it's a laser beam of a shot. Dyer heads it away. It looks to be okay. My goodness, he got the full brunt of that. We'll keep an eye on him. On the turn, Exilis. Good cross into the middle, Lazard! Oh, a great save by Hutchinson. Asher Hutchinson comes up with a huge save for Arnett Gardens. That's the best chance Real Hope have had since the opening 10 minutes. How important could that moment be for the Jamaicans tonight? That's the first time that Asher Hutchinson has really had to make a big stop, and he comes up trumps. Free kick the other way for Arnett Gardens with 30 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Martin. Watson near side. It was kept in play, but Real Hope have the possession. Oh, but it's given away. And the cross towards Brown was too far in front of him. Wing did everything right. He won the ball back. Even picked his head up, knew exactly where to place it, but couldn't get it there. And again, Real Hope, a huge miscue at the back, but they're not punished for it. Arnett Gardens at the end of the sequence. We'll get a corner here. It's a high arcer, maybe too high in the end. Smith has to get it back into the middle. Pierre clears, and he clears really well in the end for Real Hope. But they'll have to settle for a throw. That actually nearly got the Haitians on their way up the other end. But Exilis and company will settle for a throw-in. Remember, if it stays like this, Real Hope will stay in second. Cavalier now will have it under their own hands as far as winning the group and progressing. And Arnett Gardens would be eliminated if this result holds. But they can still change things here. This is Brown. Clever skill, but he does lose out in the end, and Arnett Gardens have to settle for another throw-in. Clever move initially from Warner Brown, but no end product. Destin tried to play an early ball. Hutchinson all over it. Shepard up the other end for the Jamaicans here. Thomas. Back to Shepard. Shepard continued his run. Had two players on him, had his pass blocked. Cleared out to this near side. This is Wing. Wing on the turn. Trying to fight his way forward here, and it looks like he's got a throw in. Oh, actually he has a free kick. Referee gives a free kick there. That's why you can hear the gasp from the Real Hope technical area. They thought it was a throw. Instead, the referee gives Arnett Gardens a set piece here. And another chance to float this into the penalty area. Well, Harry Louis and his staff didn't agree with that decision. That completely changes the equation here. Well, it's gonna be Philando Wing to take. Wing's ball in. Real Hope thought there was a foul there, and this time they do get the decision. I think that's Brown again. A bit too overzealous, but to be fair to him, he was trying to get on the end of a ball that came up short on the free kick. In the end, Real Hope get the free kick. and are back in possession here. Oh, that was a lovely bit of skill to flick that forward. Lazard now. St. Fleur to this near side. Doucet for Lazard. And Lazard's not on the same page with Mondestin. One back by Lewis. Lewis with a hopeful ball up ahead. Brown offside. And Warner Brown again was not on the same page. Didn't have his run timed up. Time is not on Arnett Gardens' side right now. 25 minutes to save their Caribbean Cup run. Referee plays advantage initially and then brings it back for a foul. It's a free kick. Another look. That was a late challenge by Dyer. Johnson Judy, who continues to be bumped and bruised tonight, clearly fouled. It is a reminder that there still has not been, somehow, a yellow card awarded to anybody tonight. That's the question that Real Hope are asking the referee. How is that, I should say, not worthy of a yellow card? Referee doesn't give one, we play on. That ball slithers through. That time Dyer is able to hold off the run, and Hutchinson gets it for Arnett Gardens. We're still in desperate need of a goal here. Well, if the last few match days are any indication, if these two teams' journeys to get to this point in the Caribbean Cup are any indication, you do not want to miss the last 20 minutes. It's still promising to potentially have some late drama. Judy out wide for Real Hope. The captain surveys the scene. There's time and space for Daniel St. Fleur, and St. Fleur sends it well over the top. Shamari Dyer tries to pass it through the lines and does so. And then the pass up ahead is blocked by St. Fleur, falls kindly for Wing, who recycles the possession for the Jamaicans here. Watson. Wing. Shepard, this is good build-up play here. Arboin has to go to the near side to get it. Wing. Wing into the middle. It's blocked out for a corner off of Doucet. More promise from Arnett Gardens here, but still in need of the end product. They take the corner quickly. Arboin plays it across. It's cut out, and Real Hope could sprint up the other end. Angelo Exelis slips but continues on. It's a 3-on-3. Exelis beats the first man. Mondestin's in the middle. It's cleared out for a corner. Arnett Gardens are going to be committing numbers forward. That was a real chance for Real Hope. They'll have to settle for the set piece. Well, Arnett Gardens Caribbean Cup hopes flashing before their very eyes there. Exelis got it to a 3-on-2, but couldn't find Mondestin in the middle. Corner upcoming instead. From the corner, Dyer clears. And it's a chance for Arnett Gardens to go up the other end. Now Real Hope a bit stretched, but Shepard loses it. And he can't believe his luck. That's a touch he has to get right, and he lets it go out of play. Reinforcements coming on for the Jamaicans here. Shai Smith is gonna see his night come to an end. Marlon Allen is gonna take his place. Rushane Thompson is also going to come on for the Jamaicans here. It's a double change for Arnett Gardens. And that touch, unfortunately for Shepard, is the captain's last touch of the night. Both teams still have 3 substitutions remaining. That was poked away from Judy. That could have gone anywhere. Another moment where Real Hope are a bit fortunate playing it out of the back. 20 minutes left, plus stoppage time. Good defensive work there from Lewis, but it stays with Real Hope. Thomas. Out to the far side. Another chance to slither a pass through. This is Brown. Brown out wide. Cross into the middle. Oh, it was a free header. A free header for Marlon Allen, his first touch since coming on. And he couldn't put it on target. That's the best chance that Arnett Gardens have had in about 20 minutes. Smart play by Brown just to lay it off. Oh, Allen is left unmarked inside the penalty area, but cannot get the finish right. Another defensive lapse for Real Hope, but Arnett Gardens are not able to capitalize on the opportunity. And again, in a game like this, where it's a must-win for the Jamaicans, those chances have got to be on target.
Hold the line, hold the line. When it's a kick, then we jump. Win. Left. You have one to the right side.
Another stoppage of play here, player down for Real Hope, and that's the reason why Doucet at close quarters as the ball whacked off of his head. Hopefully he's okay. We are going to see Edgar Castellanos come on here. Started the last game against Cavalier. Lazard exits. Lazard might have been Real Hope's best player tonight. He really had a strong showing, but unfortunately for the Haitian side, no end product. Remember, Real Hope don't have their backs against the wall here, but if they drop points, they'll still have some work to do on match day 4, and on top of that, they will relinquish control of their own destiny for first place in the group. That'll be now Cavaliers. It'll actually be a real big boost for Cavalier on a night and on a week where they don't play. Here's Wing. Wing on the turn. Oh, the referee tells him to get back up. He thought he was fouled. Referee not interested. Another moment where Arnett Gardens not convinced by the referee's decision. But they have to keep on going. Thompson out wide. Centering pass is cut out. Good anticipation by Judy. It's cleared away, but only as far as Alton Lewis. Allen, well wide. And it's a goal kick with 16 minutes of the 90 remaining. We talked about how Arnett Gardens, along with Real Hope, to be fair, both have 3 changes left. One thing I will add, though, onto that is that the last 2 changes and the first 2 changes that Arnett Gardens made were really their most attacking changes they can make. So anything else they do would really just be for fresh legs at this point. Off the substitutions bench, they have a couple of midfielders to bring on, but no more attacking players. So as far as goal scoring is concerned, this might be the group that has to go after it for the last 15 minutes and probably a chunk of stoppage time. The way this night is going, though, 1 might be enough. It's just about whether or not Arnett Gardens, from their perspective, can score it. Well, that was good control, and then a poor challenge. That was Judy going in behind on Allen. Free kick for Arnett Gardens, and they take it quickly. Brown chests it down, but isn't able to follow up. The ball up ahead is going to be taken by Dyer and reset back to Asher Hutchinson. Oh, Hutchinson gives it away. Judy plays it square. It's Castellanos. And Castellanos completely skies it. Is anybody going to score tonight? Both teams have had golden chances handed to them here in the second half and have skied their opportunities. Castellanos maybe was being closed down, but he had plenty of time to get this away, and he completely misses. That was his first touch since coming on. So similar to Allen missing at the other end.
Just listen up. They find the field, they can't make them off the bench.
Now there's a stoppage here because a player for Arnett Gardens is down. It's Philando Wing. And he's having his right leg looked at here. Another moment where Arnett Gardens could have been finished off. A goal from Real Hope would mean that Arnett Gardens, of course, would have to score twice. And 2 goals in 12 minutes might be too tall of a task. But Castellanos misses the big moment. And for now, Arnett Gardens still need just the 1. Although another player, Marlon Martin, I believe it was there, also in some discomfort. There is 1 or 2 substitutes starting to warm up. The likes of Odal Andrew Brown, Caneldo Brown, and a few others starting to get loose in case Arnett Gardens need to freshen a few things up in the midfield. Oh, Real Hope are actually going to get a corner out of this. It didn't look like there was contact off the Castellanos shot, but well, that's the decision in the end. 2 players got a slide in there, but it didn't look like they got a touch on it. Well, in the end, corner is the decision. Doucet plays it short. It's cleared out for a second corner. Ooh, or is it? Did it take a deflection? Looks like the referee has pointed for a goal kick. Another late ricochet given. Well, we'll see how those injury stoppages impact stoppage time at the end of the game here. Did that come off an arm? Referee waited a moment. Oh, and now he has given the decision, so it did come off of the wing, let's say, of Philando Wing. And second look at it. Yep, rolls off his shoulder right onto the arm. Arnett Gardens will make a substitution here. And it wasn't the player we were expecting. Alton Lewis, who's really been bright and positive in this second half, he will exit. And Rashik Kelson is going to come on. 10 minutes to go. Can Kelson be a player that can help Arnett Gardens persevere tonight? Haven't seen a ton from him yet in the group stage. And from that set piece, it is cleared away. Run onto by Thompson, and Thompson has time and space to work with here before clearing it upfield. One with the touch, cleared away from him. Throwing for the Jamaicans. 10 minutes and stoppage time to go. They have to win, or they're eliminated tonight. And I will say that the other three teams in this group, I think, would be pretty happy if the result holds here. Arnett Gardens would be out. Don't have to worry about a late surge from them. Real Hope would be stuck on 5 points with 1 game left, and that would leave the door open for the likes of Mount Pleasant and for Police. And of course would put Cavalier in a more cushy spot at the top of the group, where they've been pretty much throughout the tournament. The only way they'll be usurped is if Real Hope can find a late winner here. But Arnett Gardens continue to push. It's kept in by Kelson. Kelson cutting it back, and he tried to find Allen. Good step by Dort, and it's cleared out for a throw. Another ricochet. That goes out for a corner. 8 minutes plus stoppage time left. Kelson stands over it. Curled in. Oh, it was close to Brown, but he couldn't get a touch onto it. It is kept in play by Allen. Allen's ball back in. Too close to Elian, and Elian catches in traffic. Well, that was a pretty fine margin there. Elian had to time it just right, or Arnett Gardens could have had a free header on target there. That ball is poked up ahead on Destin. He tries to cut it back, couldn't take the ball with him. Doucet's first time ball in is over the head of Castellanos. And it's headed to the far side. Kept in play, but the referee stops the play, because once again, Johnson Judy is struggling here. Well, he has battled through injuries and problems all night. Is Harry Louis going to pull the plug, or is he going to let him try to finish it out? That's the first time that Johnson Judy's gone down away from a play tonight. The other 3 or 4 moments have been after a challenge or after trying to go for the ball, or after trying to create an opportunity. That's the first time where he was just walking or trotting, where he's been in real pain and has had to go down. It's been a valiant effort from Real Hope's captain tonight. But is he going to be allowed to continue on? I think you heard some shouts from the Arnett Gardens players because the medical staff was going to go the long way to take him off the field. Wanted to make sure they get him off the field the short way so that they can get the ball, of course, back into play. Time is of the essence for them. The medical staff obliged. Good through ball here. Arboin had it touched away from him. Good sliding challenge. And Real Hope keep possession again. Castellanos loses out to wing. Thompson gets past a challenge. Arboin feather touch for Thompson. Wing. Tries to fit it through into the middle. He follows up. Thomas lays it off. The shot! He's saved by Elliott off the boot of Kelson. Another good bit of build-up play from the Jamaicans, but the shot was tame in the end. Elliott had it all the way. Fair play to Wang. He never gave up on it. Clever play from Thomas as well. Good strike from Kelson. But it was well read. Guli Elliott knew exactly where that was going to end up and was perfectly positioned. Well, we saw the tail end of that. A free kick's been given to Real Hope, and they're going to make a change here as well. Judy is finally done. A well-deserved rest for him. Incredible fight to stay in the game. And Cheny Lorenz Lebrun is going to take his place. Well, Real Hope fans, wherever you're watching, should be very proud of that man's performance tonight. Could have been taken out inside of 20 minutes. He lasted almost 85 minutes. Takes a lot of heart to fight through that pain. Hutchinson on the outlet. There's still time for some late drama here. But that pass is off the mark. Out of play. Throw in for Real Hope. And Arnett Gardens' hope in this competition could be fading here down the stretch. 3 minutes plus stoppage time left. If they can't score, they're out. Thomas. Feather touch down the line, but too close to Pierre. Elian able to fit the pass through 2 Arnett Gardens attackers, and Real Hope plays through the press. Arnett Gardens are getting a couple of changes ready. We'll get to those. Well, we'll get to them right now as that floats out of play. Kevon McGregor is going to come on. Kamani Arboin is out. And we mentioned he was warming up. Keneldo Brown is also going to come on for Warner Brown. And that is that. The last rolls of the dice for Xavier Gilbert's group. We're getting very close now to now or never time for the Jamaicans here. Kelson. Touch towards the sideline. Exilis tap toes the touchline, or did he? No, it went out of play. Throw in for Arnett Gardens as we tick down towards minute 90. Dyer can't get it away from Exilis, and Real Hope have a chance to play through here, but Thomas comes back and makes the challenge. He could see it developing. And if St. Fleur had released it, Arnett Gardens could have been in a heap of trouble. Time and space on the far side. Kelson sends it ahead. It was Doucet who could easily adjust. Castellanos out to the far side. Real Hope could bring it up the other end. Mondestin is upended. That's a free kick. And it's a yellow card. Haven't seen one all night. It finally arrives. And it is going to be given to Shamari Dyer. Another look, it's actually Exilis who sends the ball past Dyer, and Dyer was not going to let him go. Well, at this phase of the game, you don't blame Dyer for making a challenge like that, but it does give Real Hope a free kick. One that is headed towards goal, but wide, and Hutchinson had it covered anyway. Quick outlet for Kelson. Kelson has three around him. Oh, he gets past all three. Kelson continues on with 5 minutes to go. And finally, the referee brings it to a halt. My goodness, a little bit of magic from Kelson there, and a yellow card did come out as well. So again, just to confirm, 5 added minutes after Kelson takes out his magic wand and got past 3 challenges there. We're waiting the confirmation on who was booked for that challenge. Take your pick. Ends up being Exilis, the substitute. Yellow card for him. Could have been any of the 3 Real Hope players that he got past, and there's the evidence and the proof that Exilis pulled his shirt back and picks up a yellow card. From the free kick, it bounces around. Dyer nearly had the chance to shoot. It was blocked away from him. It's scooped forward. A chance to shoot for Allen. It's blocked away. The follow-up from Wing is wasted over the top. Real Hope were so stretched that there were 3 Arnett Gardens players unmarked. And now handball appeals come in against Watson. Waved away. Oh, did Watson smack that ball away? Castellanos is still arguing. That could have been a card. Boy, Shane Watson may have gotten away with one there for Arnett Gardens. Another ball played down the line. Kept alive by Thompson. Cleared away in the end. And now Real Hope again can push it ahead with numbers, but Exilis is not that quick. Hutchinson gets there first. There's still 3 minutes to go. Arnett Gardens push forward again. They have to score or their run ends tonight. Ball is laid off. Oh, it's pushed through into the penalty area, but it's too close to Elian. They were trying to find McGregor. Now then, Castellanos up the other end for Real Hope. Still Castellanos. Exilis. Wing makes the challenge and then hits the referee. And the play is stopped. Well, Real Hope could have walked it in if they were more careful, but they're wasteful as well. Castellanos picks out the wrong pass, and Arnett Gardens come up the other end again. McGregor drags it wide. And he's being shouted at because his teammates thought he could have had more time. Arnett Gardens only have 2 minutes left, and I must say McGregor had options to his right. Harry Louis can't believe Real Hope didn't score at the other end. They basically had a 4-on-2. Arnett Gardens still have a chance. Another bit of possession cleared away. Real Hope still have an opportunity to surge back to the top of the group. Lovely little give and go here. LeBrun just looking for an option, trying to find space. 2 players on him. He still comes out with it. LeBron's cross comes up short, and it's headed away by Dyer. Exilis, too firm of a touch. He gives it away. Allen up the other end for Arnett Gardens. They've got a minute to save themselves here. It's still Allen. Players arriving. Allen! Oh! Saved by Elliott. Marlon Allen nearly went all the way to win it. Elliott saves Real Hope, and there's still a quarter to come. Another look, Elliott diving to rescue the Haitians. It bounces around again. The follow-up from Allen goes out for a throw into Arnett Gardens. Real Hope are convinced they should have had a foul there to go the other way. Not given. Utter chaos at the end here in Kingston. Poor clearance, it's still not dealt with. Back in for Allen. Allen's shot is blocked. Exilis, can he clear it? He can. It's a throw-in for Real Hope, and that could be that. 5 minutes are up. Referee's pointed at his watch here for maybe a possible time-wasting reason, not sure why. Ball's thrown back in. It's just been my goodness, a roller coaster ride at the end here. Referee has another look at his watch. Is there enough time for one more attack? There isn't. Full time in Kingston. Arnett Gardens get their first point, but it's their only point. 0-0 is the final score. Arnett Gardens are eliminated from the Caribbean Cup. You can't knock their effort, but it's not enough. Real Hope had many chances to win it as well, but they falter as well at the end, and they stay in second. Cavalier now have it in their own hands, and the door is very much open for either Police or Mount Pleasant to catch Real Hope for second in the group. For a 0-0, I have to say, it couldn't have been much more dramatic. Chances galore for both teams, possible penalties, goals waved off, late surges from both teams. Somehow, some way, 0-0 is the final score. It's heartbreaking for Arnett Gardens. Their run ends tonight. Real Hope miss a huge opportunity to jump to the top of the group, and their chances of moving on to the semifinals as well do take a hit because they drop points for a second time tonight. We'll hear from both sets of teams in a moment, a player each, and then we'll come back for highlights and stats. My goodness, what a game.
Peterson Pierre of Real Hope, qu'est-ce que tu penses de le match aujourd'hui?
Je pense que c'est un match très difficile et on n'a pas marqué, mais j'espère que la prochaine l'équipe gagne.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci.
C'est tout, c'est tout. C'est tout. So we're joined with Asha Hutchinson of Arnett Gardens. Asha, a clean sheet, a point for you, but your thoughts on the performance today?
I think we could have done better, but it is what it is, and we just have to try again next year.
Yeah. But you do have a match next week as well, so I'm sure you want to end the competition with some pride as well.
Yes, most definitely. We'd like to do that. I'm a bit speechless right now because of the circumstances, but we have to just come again.
All right, all the best next week.
Yes, thank you.